The Chicago Bulls looked very good in game one of their Summer League play out in Las Vegas. We're going to be talking about the preview for game two as they get ready to take on the Golden State Warriors tonight on ESPN. I'm your host, Rico Greenhowe, and this is another episode of Bulls Digest. Before we jump into it, wanted to let you guys know that 78% of you guys that watch the videos are not subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the latest news and happenings around your Chicago Bulls. Without further ado, guys, let's jump into the hot topic of the day, which is the Chicago Bulls are taking care of business right now in the NBA Summer League in Las Vegas here. So, look, let's go back to game one yesterday against the Milwaukee Bucks, and we were all wanting to see exactly what Matas Buzelis was going to bring to the table, and I must say there's a lot more positives than negatives here. So let's start with the positives. I think that he did a terrific job as far as handling the basketball. I think he did a great job as far as getting to the mid-range as well and knocking down some shots. And I think he did an exceptional job as far as rebounding and then also to drawing fouls. I think that he was excellent at doing so. He made it to the line 11 times. Now, one of the downfalls for him was the three-point shooting. Okay, he was 0 of 4 from downtown, and this is something that we knew he was going to have to develop. And I think that it's not because the mechanics aren't there. Like, his shot does not look broke. I think the mechanics are absolutely there. I think it just comes down to him just getting used to that and being a little bit more comfortable. Okay, I think that he's got to figure out what is going to be his best strength as far as getting him into rhythm for these three-point shots. Is he going to be a guy that's coming off pin downs? Is he going to be a guy that just he's got to, do a couple moves, create some space, and then knock down the shots that way? Is he going to be a little bit more of a catch and shoot three-pointer or three-point shooter, excuse me? So he's just got to try to figure out what exactly is going to be his strength and then start from there and build off of that. So I think that he's absolutely going to be fine just off the mechanics, but I just think that it's going to take some reps. And I like the fact that he did take the reps. All right. Like, that's what Summer League is all about. You want players to go out there to play free. They definitely get into some situations and they have to figure it out. And I think that he did a terrific job there. And I want to say that his swag was on 100 out there, guys. So if you look back at the replay, he was absolutely talking some trash to people out there. And I absolutely love that. I want him to bring that winning mentality. And I felt like that has been around our Summer League club since he's gotten here, and I think it's going to trickle right into the Chicago Bulls training camp as well. So I love his confidence and I love everything that he did yesterday. All right, guys, so looking at the box score, here's some people that also kind of stood out in that game yesterday, starting with DJ Stewart. Okay, he was one of the guys that I said could be maybe a diamond in the rough, and I think he was. All right, so he had 10 points. He also had 3 steals and he had 6 assists. But more importantly, guys, I think if a lot of Chicago Bulls fans like Patrick Beverley, like I did, he has those Patrick Beverley vibes. Excuse me. He goes out there and he plays and picks people up full court. He was all over the passing lanes. He got a lot of steals, guys. And I mean, even when he didn't get the official steal, the deflections and things like that, and the fact that, he was able to help kind of stop the Bucks from getting into their offense and took a lot of the time off the shot clock. I think that he did an outstanding job for us there. Another player that came to mind for me had to be Adama. I think Adama Sanogo did a terrific job in his minutes as well. Like, I think that he showed us that once again, he came off the bench. He didn't start in this game, but he changed the course of the game with his physicality. He went in there, he got rebounds. He showed us that he has great hands and his catch radius is there. And guys, a lot of people were, just going hard in the comments about the fact that he doesn't have a three-point shot and he doesn't have a mid-range jumper and all this stuff like that. But it's like, guys, he finds a way to score double figures and he finds a way to get rebounds. You do understand that he's basically shown us that he's done it at the end of the year. And I know it was against third and fourth stringers. I don't care, but he did it all year in the G League. He's doing it once more in the Summer League. And I think that he's going to have another test here against the Golden State Warriors because this is an experienced Summer League team that a lot of these players have played in the NBA. And I think he's going to do just fine. And I think he is just moving a step closer to solidifying his role with the Chicago Bulls, who need some help at center, especially if we move on from Vooch. I think that this young man has a chance to be a star. I really do. And I think that he's going to develop into getting a jump shot or something like that. Like, I think that he can absolutely knock down a mid-range jumper. It comes down to being comfortable, because when you see him shoot free throws, that shot is not broke. It definitely looks fine to me, and I think it just comes down to more of a confidence kind of thing as he starts to play a little bit more. I think that he's probably going to start to utilize some more offensive skills. So I like it right now. You don't have to run a play for this guy, and he did a terrific job. Next, I want to talk about Julian Phillips. I think that he did an outstanding job. I am so happy that he has come off the foot injury, and he is fine. He looked super explosive out there, guys. I don't think that there is any doubt in Chicago Bulls fans' mind that this guy, if given the playing time, is going to be just fine out there, guys. I mean, look at what he was able to do. 17 points, plus 13 in the box score, guys. 10 rebounds. He knocked down some three-point shots. He had a vicious dunk. He almost had another vicious dunk in transition, guys. I mean, I loved everything that he had to do. So I'm curious to see now what he's going to do in game 2 against an experienced Golden State roster. And lastly, I will give this man some pub. It is Garson Brooks. All right, 6'10", played for the Westchester Knicks, last year, and he did a terrific job out there. I mean, he had 7 points. He knocked down a three-pointer. Didn't play as much because Sanogo had to come in and take care of business and really kind of change the course of that game. So, again, I think had it not been for Sanogo playing, then I think we probably would have seen some more minutes from him. But I think that he did a terrific job. And at 6'10", I think he has a chance to possibly go up there and get some power forward minutes, maybe some center minutes, who knows. But he's been successful, again, with the Westchester Knicks. And he's also had some success in the collegiate level with North Carolina, and then also too with Mississippi State. So that's another guy that you want to go ahead and watch for, guys. And so now moving over to tonight's game against the Golden State Warriors. I keep saying that this is going to be an experienced club, and it is. When you look at the box score, guys, they have some stars that have played, obviously, in the league already. You look at Trace Jackson Davis. He is a guy that has played. He scored 10 points out there. You're looking at Brzezinski. He played as well. He had a dominant performance yesterday. And also, too, I'm looking to see this guy, Daquan Plowden. Like, I want to see what he's going to do, because he's looked pretty good. He's played in the G League, and I think that I'm pretty sure that we're probably going to see Matas have to guard him. And he reminds me a little bit of Ron Holland the second that just got drafted by the Pistons, but he has a little bit better of a jump shot. So I want to see what is going to be Buzelis's what is going to be his defensive prowess here against a player that is probably going to be looking to come downhill. I want to see a little bit of that toughness. I want to see, does he handle that physicality, right? I want to see, is he going to compete not just on the defensive end, but will he still compete on the offensive end if he's got a guy that is coming at him, all right? So that's what I really want to see in tonight's game. But I like what Chicago is doing, or what they have shown thus far. I think that they did a terrific job in trusting one another out there. And I would expect for this team basketball to continue. And it looked like they were running a bit more, right? I talked about this before, where I said, look, generally what happens is when you're trying to implement a new system, which it looks like the Chicago Bulls might be doing so because they're going younger, I wanted to see, does that trickle down into the Summer League as well? Because your Summer League, your G League, that's very important to developing players as they get ready to go up to your big roster, right? And so I think that they did absolutely open up the floor. I didn't necessarily see so much stagnant offense. And again, I know it's Summer League, but these are little things that I'm looking forward to with the Chicago Bulls, guys. So anyway, Let me know what you guys are looking forward to in this game too in the comments. Did you like Matas and his performance in game one? Did you like DJ Stewart? Do you think he's kind of a lot like a Pat Beverly type of player? Are you rooting for him to possibly maybe make his way to the roster? Who really stood out to you guys? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you keep it locked in and subscribe to us. And as usual, even though we are getting hyped for the Summer League, and I don't really care because at least it's some positive news around the Chicago Bulls, I'm still saying go Bulls, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.